Hey guys, it's Pete. So I want to revisit the passage we talked about last week, which was when the disciples told the parents to get their kids out of here, that Jesus is way too busy, and that, Jesus is like, no, 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 let the children come. And he says, hey, unless you're like these kids, you're not going to be able to inherit the kingdom of God. And the reason I want to come back to this is because I was thinking about what I said last time, and I had talked about how sometimes it's just you got to let go and just trust. Like, God, I don't understand the theology. I'm just going to let go. I'm just going to trust you. And that's true. But I think there's a little bit more to that letting go. And what I mean by that is I personally have created a system of, all right, God, if I pray and I read the Bible and I worship you and I do what's right and I sort of do my checklist, therefore you give me your presence, revelation, whatever other blessings I feel like I somehow deserve from my performance. And I think that this passage is really saying, like, this is not about you. Like, kingdom is not about the performance that I do. And Jesus is like, look, you have to be like these kids, and that's the way you inherit. And when you think about kids, Jesus is talking about them, there's nothing about the performance of these kids. It's not like, well, you have to be a good kid or a bad kid. No, like, you have to be like a kid, which means, like, it's not about good or bad. It is about crazy trust and crazy letting go and just being like, okay, like, if that's what you said, then that's what I believe. And that's so hard because you want to read the theology and get into it, and theology is so cool, and the story, and you guys have heard me talk about that, but I just, that's not the kingdom, which is funny because that's what we've grown up with our whole life. It's like, read the Bible, pray, worship, like, that's what I've told everybody, and it's like, but that's not it, because that's what they were told back then too. They were told, like, hey, you have to be a good person. You have to know the first 5 books of the Bible. You have to treat each other well, and like, how is that different than what we do today in church? Like, that wasn't the kingdom then, and that's not the kingdom now, I guess is what I'm saying. And so I guess when we have to look at these children, like, what does that mean, like, to us? And it freaks me out, man. Like, I struggle with, like, what does it mean to be a Christian then? Like, if I'm supposed to be like a child, like, just trust, like, love, enjoy, like, I don't know, I think about a child, like, falling back into, like, a meadow, and, like, making, like, a meadow angel or, like, a grass angel. And, like, I'm like, God, is that what you want? Like, because that's really hard, because I'm really good at doing my checklist, and I'm really bad at trusting him. But I think I'm supposed to trust him. I think we all are. And I think that's what brings the kingdom. All right, guys. Well, we'll continue to struggle through this together. We'll talk next week. Peace.